This is Plumeria Docli, and it's 1 year old, and it's going to be repotted today. You can see it's well overgrown, just here, but it's put on some amazing growth. Here's our pot. I want to fill it with some sandy loam soil and some extra sand to give us a nice drainage. Adding some sand. The mirrors love sand and compost. It really helps if you actually cut the bag. I want this really sandy, but we're saving some for the top. I want to bury the Plumeria fairly deep because it's going to get big. They get really big. Maybe a little bit more soil just to raise it up a bit. This is about the height I want it, so I'm going to start doing the same on top. Then I'm going to cover with a layer of sand on the top. One of the reasons we need to bury it deep is to anchor this plant in because it is going to get big. And we need to make sure there's no spaces around the roots. Ooh, so it stabilises and stands up better. So that's the repotting finished. This is a variety called Docli. It's a deep reddy purple, beautiful one. Some points to mention. Now it's been repotted, can't fertilise it for 6 weeks. You will burn the root and kill your plant. Don't do it. And when you do fertilise, always give it a good watering first. You want to fertilise with a fertiliser that's going to promote flowering. And you want to do it every few weeks within the summer and keep that routine up. It won't flower till the 2nd or more likely the 3rd year. It has to reach a certain height maturity before it will be triggered to flower. It'll send up loads of long stems and it'll have loads of flower stems on it. They flower profusely. They're very fragrant, the flowers, and very beautiful, often with multiple colours on the flowers. Now, they do drop their leaves in the winter if they get too cold, but they are very, very resilient. Don't keep them outside. They need to come in the winter. You can put them in a pot like this and put them outside in the summer. One big thing to note, and this is why I don't leave mine out overnight, is that there are a lot of bugs in the UK that like eating these guys. A lot of moths, I guess, caterpillars of moths, because it always seems to happen at night and not in the day, and they will take off this whole head here. And when they do that, they take this head off, that's your plant gone. It might, if you're really lucky, rebud from some of these, but from my experience, when that head is gone, they give up and don't do anything. So be really careful of leaving them out and unprotected. Ideally, a greenhouse is brilliant, or a conservatory. They do like being outside. They flourish outside in sunny weather. But you need to be aware of what's going to eat those leaves when they are this young. This one I did from seed a year ago. And you can see the growth it's had just this year, this lovely green bit at the top. It's always got new leaves. And the nice thing about plumerias is, even if you forget to water them and treat them very badly, they tend to bounce back and keep trying to grow up from this top part here. So don't give up on them. They are very, very sturdy plants. They just cannot tolerate cold weather. They come from a much warmer climate. Don't panic if it does drop its leaves. It's telling you something's wrong, and it will continue to try and grow. All the time it's got a tiny bit of energy in, so you have plenty of time to save it if you go wrong. They do prefer this sandy soil mix. which we've done today. Much better for them than just compost. And if you do overwater them or keep them in a very humid environment like the bathroom, they won't like it and they will eventually rot inside the stem, very similar to an adenium. So don't overwater them. That's one of the reasons we put lots of sand in. They do not like wet feet. Let them dry out and then give them a really good water again, like we've done today. Don't let them sit in water. They hate it and they don't do well and they will rot. They would prefer that you left them a few more days without water than you overwatered them. And that is repotting the Plumerias. We have seeds of them in our shop. We generally germinate them for customers as well, because they're not difficult, but they are stubborn to get going if it's not the right temperature for them. So we pre-germinate them for some people. They're good and fun to try yourself as well. They're an interesting seed to grow, quite a large seed. And we have other videos on how to grow the seed and also how to plant germinated seed. So have a go. They are lovely, and don't be scared to try and repot them. A lot of people get a bit panicky about repotting plants, especially if it's something that's unusual or bigger, but get in there and repot these guys when they need it.